Today we're going to cover how you can make a logo using the free version of Canva. If you do not have an account, just look for their web address in Google, sign up, and you will be brought to a page like this. The beautiful thing about Canva is you tell it what you want to do and it will lead you to where you need to go. So we'll type in logo. It'll bring you to this page where you'll have a ton of designs. However, what I prefer is to create a blank, and here's why. On the left here, what it does is it groups logos based on different categories. In this case here, you can see art and design, fashion, band, computer, education, all the way down to all results, which when you click on that, it takes away the categories and it shows you everything it has in its database. However, if you do not find what you're looking for, you simply come up to the search bar. In our case, we're going to say outdoors, press enter, and it'll give you a list of available free templates that you can use. If you are looking for more templates, you can sign up for the Pro version. It's a monthly contract which you can cancel at any time. Another point here is, as a beginner, you may not be quite sure on what you're looking for when it comes to design. And there might be two designs here that have elements in both of them that you would like to combine for yourself. And that's what we're going to do today. So firstly, we're going to take this one here, Group Strides, click on it. And what it does is it puts it in this big window. And we're going to select another one. Let's take this one. But before we do, if we click on this, it's going to just cover the first one. We're going to go back to the undo button, and we're going to add a page. Now we're going to select this one. If you want to do 3, you just add another page and select your third one. Maybe you like the text on this and the little logo there. It's all up to you. But what we're going to do is work with these two because I like this little logo down here and I would like to combine it with this one being my main one to work with. Now that we have some inspiration and some ideas to work with, we're now going to look at combining the different elements to start building up our logo. I'm going to click on this, select it and drag it over to this. And as you can see, colors aren't very nice, but we'll walk through the colors shortly. I'm going to delete this, move this over, and I want to resize it, so I drag the corner, as you can see, and click and drag and resize that. Okay, this green is not very pleasant for the eye, so when we select this element, you're going to see that a color pops up here. We're going to click on that color and we will change it to white for now. We reposition that. Next, what we want to do is, we looked at a site that's got some really nice color combinations that we would like to use as inspiration for our logo. As you could see here, they have default colors. But what happens if I needed a specific color? Let's take a look at this website here, Camping and Survival. I really like this gray and this red. But when it comes to having that color show up here, we need to give a specific set of codes or numbers and letters for Canva to give you the exact color that we see here. What we're going to do is download a free tool going to the Chrome Web Store. So type in Chrome Web Store and you would come and look for Colorzilla. Click on Colorzilla. I already have it added to my toolbar and it will appear as an eyedropper on the toolbar here at the top. Now we're going to click on the website where we have the colors that we would like to use in our design of our logo. We're going to click on this. It's going to open up a bar in the top here. And take note that when I move my mouse, this little window here is going to be representing the color that my mouse is touching, the little crosshairs. Carefully watch this box as I move from the white to the gray to the dark gray, to the red. And each time our mouse moves, you can see these numbers changing. And this is the code that we want to get to transfer over into Canva. Let's start off with the red. I'm going to move my mouse until the red is in this little square. I'm going to click. It's going to save it to the clipboard. And I'm going to go back over to Canva. I'm going to click once here, and I'm going to Control V or Command V if you have a Mac. And you're going to see it throws this color in here. And when I hover my mouse over, you can see that hash BE1F31 is the color. That's fantastic. Now, what part of this logo do I want to change? Let's start with this. I'm going to click on that. You can see it's orange. I'm going to select the color I want, and voila. That's the red that I have just lifted off the Cool Camping Gear site. Now I'm going to go back and I want to change this to the gray that I saw on the site. If I click on this, you can see it changes back to orange. I don't have the gray. I'm going to go back over to the Cool Camping and Survival site. Go back to selecting my color picker. You can see it's opened up here, and I'm going to move my mouse around until this little square changes to the gray that I'm looking for. There it is. Click, save to clipboard, go back over to Canva, and I'm going to select the area I want to change to gray. I'm going to double click here, and I'm going to Control V or Command V if you're an Apple user, and here it is. I'm going to click that and look at that. This is now changed to the exact color codes that I'm wanting to add for my logo. That's how you change colors or bring something to the exact shade or hue that you want. You may already have a branding in place and you want to transfer those colors over. Then you simply go over to your website and you incorporate in your logo using ColorZilla. You also have the option to upload your own designs and edit them in Canva through the upload toolbar here, and then download it onto the page like we did when we selected these logos. Now that we have covered colors, let's look at the fonts. Remember that logos need to be clear. They are going to be small, and we want to make sure that because they're small, they need to be simple and easy to read. They have to be legible. What I like to do, because I need inspiration on what would be the best combination of the outdoor, we're going to go to the more down here, styles, fonts. Here they have grouped or paired heading and subheading fonts together that are different, that are working well out there in the great wide world right now. But first we're going to change this to our fictitious site name, Urban Preppers, and we're going to be ready. Great. Now let's select this, and every time I click here you can see it changes the heading and the subheading. And you want something that really stands out. Remember, this is going to be small. Okay, we will choose this one. We'll select it, and we can make that all caps. We'll make that all caps. We can also change the color. So when we click on the A here, right now it's white, you'd see the blue square covering the white. We can change it to gray. Obviously now it disappears. To the dark blue, to the bright, whatever you feel is best. And if you don't know, make several copies of this. And when you download it into your website, you can download each of the versions and test to see which is the most striking, which stands out the best. In our case, we'll just leave it white, because this does contrast very nicely with the colors we've chosen. You can add additional text here if you want. Add a subheading and we can select that, drag it down here, tools and tips, and we can double click on that, come and change the color here too. We can make that white, we can make that bold and italicized. And again, we can position this anywhere on the page that we want. Next, background. As you can see now, it has this color background. You can change it to whatever color you want. And if you're unsure, create another copy over here. Here we select the background. We see the colors confirming that our selection is correct, and we can change it back to the original color here. And also here too, you have all the colors that are selected. You can see that's the color. If we change it to red, to gray, whatever you would like to do. If you make a mistake, just come back to the undo button. Let's scroll back down, and whatever you like. So that is covering the background. Let's talk about sizing. This is going to be defaulted at 500 by 500 pixels, and you will have different sizes depending on where you upload this to. For example, Facebook is 180 by 180, or YouTube is 500 by 500. Just type into Google and do some research, but the 500 by 500 should be a really good starting point and give you all you need to get going. As a final point, now that you've created your design, you would want to click here on download. You can see the size there, 500 by 500. And PNG is the suggested format. It is the best for quality. You would click download, but before you do, if you have multiple pages open or you have multiple versions, it will default to downloading all the versions, or you select the versions you want. In this case, page 1, page 2, done. Click download. It'll save it to a file on your computer, and from there you would upload it to wherever you would like to see it. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe so that you can stay up to date with any new videos that I create to help simplify your life and help you get through the learning curve a lot quicker.